Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This is Julie with J Pre Freedom. Would like to thank the Lord and give him credit for blessing me with these words that go out to the nations and kingdoms of the earth, to root out and pull down, destroy and throw down, or to build and to plant. So this one he was talking about uh Shephan, and he's saying like he's not gonna do this. So he said, well doll, so we would say swoop you up into his, but that would be a bit forward, darlin'. But someone dull. He for sure wishin' it, boys, that he could swoop up like Gallo number 50 on his A-bub, who actually like his, but well, space problems, dog, and how they just about killin' him, man, the way that they nuzzle all up into his, just to get a taste of his, well, presence, man, to put it lightly, bro. So no need to wonder it for me, folks, as to the how and why baby girl like in the running or something, man, with all this, with his, 'cause he just about had it, bro, with they, and yes, dog, they very pretty girls who flock into his. But again, bro, like we said before, dog, ain't nothing much pretty about a little lady who can't keep her hands off of, well, him, dog. And yes, man, he been touched, grabbed, and pulled sometimes, bro, by they, all just so they can have more of, well, him, dog, to put it simply, man. And here she is, boys, willin' to wait years, man, for baby boy to, like, be nice to her finally, sis. And that all 'cause he been scared of. Well, so it the same condemned thing them other dollies is doin' on his. But, nah, man, not her, bruh. And when baby boy said he had to leave, well, so she wanted to, man. Just reach out and grab his. But no, dude. Can't, dog, even bring herself to violate his. Well, space, dude, and it pretty much what drivin' her up the ranks finally, in his eyes, man. The baby girl waitin' and wantin' to. Well, bro, so we would say kisses. But nah, man, calmin' herself, bro, and we mean down to null on that score, boys. So therefore she gettin' well. Kinda sad like lately, man, thinkin' about all that ain't gonna. And stop yourself right there, man, 'cause we got like our fingers all over her story, man, helpin' her navigate one of the hardest things for a woman to do, bub, and that's to let her reputation go. Bye-bye, off into the distance, man, of like eternity, bro, where baby girl finally will get some accolades for, well, all of this, man, 'cause it pretty well crushin' his spirit daily, man, to deal with they. Very quiet, bruh, as she walks through, well, middling, bro, lookin', twitchin', and seekin' out they. And there it is, Lord, the proof that they actually, man, not all of 'em, bro, but close, dude. And she gettin' pretty astute at figuring out which one's, like, out to get her or something, miss. So if you'd like to, like, calm down, dear one, on her. Oh, she got something to say to you, and that's, so I forgive you, doll, for actin' all on my innocent. 'Cause you kinda sillily thinkin' it, miss, that the government is like right or something, chick, which would make me, well, wrong, bro, in the simplest of terms, miss. And, nah, chick, baby girl wasn't actually wrong, chick, to call out they. Just got her head above water, sis, on all this. Exactly, bro. It actually exactly where she at the moment, folks, if you care to have a little compassion for her. Very jaded at me at the moment, man. But do she care to mention it, folks? That she gettin' like a sharp tongue or something, man, and could take me down with her. Nah, man, but close, dude. What with her beggin' me for the longest, man, and then I dangled the bait of his. Well, so they nothin' to dangle at the moment, man, therefore we, yeah, dog, we holdin' off for a while again, man, givin' her any hopeful ultimatums of, soon, chick, this bad A of a tip goin' like come swoopin' in, miss, to see how you doin' of no. Yes and no, dude, 'cause he like really into small talk, folks, and baby girl been practicin' Bob for like years, man, to get this right of no. We know, folks, we know, darlin', a little too scandalous for yo', and just wait for it, chick, Because we for sure got to like help baby girl out, man, with all of her down and out feelings of no. But nah, dude, ain't about to share it with yo, unless I tell her to of no. Here he said I could share a little bit how I've been doing. Yeah, I guess once I sort of figured out what the Lord is doing is like bringing me to this point and bringing me to the next point. It's been a little bit hard for me, and I've been thinking that it's just taking too long to get a friend. And then I was thinking just lately, just thinking like worst case scenarios. So that would be just another year of, it's just another year, or it's just another 2 years, or God forbid, it's just another 3 years of this. And then, I'm just looking forward to being able to make it into the 1,000-year reign. I'm super thankful for that verse that says that we can make it if we are part of the tribulation and then killed. So I don't know if I should share that. Um, No, just feeling a little bit jaded at the Lord, as He said. I haven't been using the word jaded in my mind, but just questioning Him. And I'm so thankful He's there to like talk to me, like He does speak to me in the mornings and throughout my day with this voice in my head. I'm so thankful for that sometimes. But just lately, I haven't been as thankful as I should be. So then I have a hard time like interacting with Him in a way that I should. So I just feel guilty, I guess, for not being nicer to him and for not wanting to interact more with him on that score. Yeah, okay. Try to be a bit more honest. So I was thinking about the Lord and like, well, good for you, Lord. You have like each other, and you have the three of you, and you're happy with your circumstance and with eternity and living in eternity as you do. Um, But then when I just try to break it down into like the basics of each day, then the day itself is like um, each day has enough trouble of its own. It's supposed to be considered a smaller thing. It's not like a huge deal. This story is dragging out and I'm meant to live. And so if I think of my life in terms of me just living another day and not trying to think of all the things I could accomplish or what it means or try to think of the bigger meaning, then it helps me make it through the day. But if I'm overanalyzing it and thinking too much about the situation and whether or not it's going forward, or if I'm going backwards, or how things are going, then I can get myself into the thicket of bad thoughts or negative thinking in a way. But I try not to let myself go there because the Lord is right there to rebuke me if I get too far into the negative. So that is I'm just trying to find a balance at the moment and try not to get mad at the Lord for some of the beautiful verses in the Psalms that I read. Still can barely handle reading the Bible, so just going through the Psalms these past couple of years, and I just read like almost just like one at night usually. Um, so some of the beautiful verses are hard to stomach at the moment. So that's part of what it is, but seeing the pain, I really can identify with some of the pain that David talks about. Um, and he talks about feeling forsaken. It wasn't just Jesus, but he speaks about feeling forsaken or how long, Lord, will you leave me like this in this state over here? Uh, so it's and it talks about the enemies. Enemies want to laugh at him or say that they're gonna win and he had a hard time in court, I believe, being surrounded by so much intrigue, but that's a different type of lifestyle. But it's nice to hear a man talk about those things. um all right, I think that's enough to give y'all a small picture of how I'm feeling at the moment. But ultimately God's words trump the feelings, so I'm still waiting for that connect to be made. And have that verse in my heart. Help me, Lord, in my unbelief. That's on my mind. And like the verse he said before, did you really say that was what Satan said to Jesus? Did he really say? So I'm just going back to the Lord and trying to ask him some things privately in my mind, like we're going back and forth about things. That way I don't have to say it out loud and allow demonic interference on some of that stuff. So, okay, there's some food for thought for you today. And remember, God turns darkness into light. God bless.